Welcome, Geminis. Hi, I'm Keykey, and welcome to our doorway. Let's see what is in store for you and your soulmate for November 27th to December 4th, 2018. God, Gaia, Goddess, God, Mother, Father. What is in store? For Mr. and Miss Gemini and their soulmate, emotionally, energetically, for November 27th to December 4th. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Masculine Gemini. In your past life, Celtic. Your connections to all the elements of who you are. You learn through Celtic traditions. Yes, you are the third element, or sometimes the second. Let's see. Earth, all about stability, groundiness. What makes you grounded, masculine Gemini? Earth. Water, how you use your emotions and intuitions like the waters to cultivate. The grass, to cultivate what grounds you. Yes, using the air, the third element, the Trinity, masculine, feminine, spirit. You are the third element, masculine Gemini. How you use the air to breathe life for the water to go within the soil to fertilize the ground in which we walk on. And seeing the sun as a tool, seeing that fire, that drive within you, by your actions to make sure that what you have watered and have planted and seed will keep germinating and cultivating anew. Your past life, you experienced that. You're seeing what it meant to have four elements within a human body, and how a Celtic religion or Celtic principle or Celtic practice, however you experience it in your past life, and your present, you're using it now. How are you going to cultivate? How are you planting the seeds? And when you have planted those seeds, masculine Gemini, maybe you're going over the checklist to make sure that you are keeping in check what you are cultivating. Yes, you planted the seeds. Yes, you're grounded in your core values. Are you still using your emotions? Are you using your intuitions to water your crop? Are you seeing that you are a star and that you're light to set a blaze or to set warmth to what you're cultivating? That's what you're probably thinking of right now. Female Gemini. In your past life, you experienced what it felt to be imprisoned and enslaved. When someone is imprisoned, that means they are persecuted or prosecuted for something they have done or what people thought you have done. It is said like that because when persecuted for something you have done, then this would be closed. It would not be an opportunity to be let free and to just do or just time. But female Gemini, when enslaved or imprisoned for something that was assumed but you did not do, the door is open. So that meant in your past life, because you are a scholar, because you are a communicator, because you connect worlds together, people might have persecuted you in the wrong way. Yet, every time, it was someone there to let you out. It's always someone there to let, whether it be your ancestors, your spirit guides, your physical family, people that you did help through your communications, even them helping you to your rescue. Always know this is a present for you in your present life. That if you ever experience being persecuted or being misjudged, like Soulmate and the Aries reading had experienced, whenever you get a chance, check out Aries reading as well. When persecuted because of who you are and not what you actually have done, it will be people there to rescue you in your present life. If anyone ever misjudge you or assume something wrong about you, it's always going to be a friend. It's always going to be a family member. It's always going to be someone there that you have helped in your present life, Miss Gemini, that will be your protector, that will be that one to open that door for you. Okay? Soulmate, your past life, just like the masculine had experienced when it comes to understanding how they accumulate and how they cultivate, is using the 4 elements and understanding that their 5th element is them in the whole scheme of it all. And like the soulmate, like the female Gemini in their past life, experiencing persecution when they did not do anything. Soulmate, in your past life, you experienced what it means to have food, yes, to have recognition, but then to have it taken away from you. To build, but to have poverty. To have money, but then to have none. To experience being fulfilled in life and to experience lack of. Your past, you had to experience those things. So in your present life, when it comes to food, you value it more. You know how to sustain it. So when you go through periods of less or not having much, it's like a store. When a human being is their own store, right? When we know we're running out of food, what do? First, we notice we're running out of food because, like this bread, we had to eat in it or take a bite out of it to say, okay, if I take a bite out of this bread, then that means that will I have bread tomorrow? If this is my only bread till tomorrow, then I can split this bread in half so then I can have the other half for tomorrow. If this is the only cup I will be drinking out of, then I know to put something over it. Like a mom or dad or auntie or aunt, anyone that we when we knew we were going out, someone always told us, or you always heard this phrase, cover your cup if you're going, if you're leaving. If you're going to the bathroom, cover your cup. You don't know what can happen, meaning you don't know who can put something in your cup. You don't know. You just don't know. And just to have respect for yourself, you want to continue your drink. So you don't want it to go bad, put something over it. If this bread was on the other side, if this bread was on the table, when you knew you put this bread on top of your cup before you went to the bathroom, you know something's wrong. Somebody moved your bread and messed with your cup or messed with your bread. Either way, you know you're going to throw it away. You experienced that in your past life. So now in your present, when you are seeing that everything has a cycle, what comes up does go down. What goes down does go up. So you are seeing that it's not an attack towards you directly now, because you experienced that in your past life. So now in your present life, soulmate, when you are experiencing how to make or how to sustain in which you already have, you know how to divide it equally. If you are having to stretch something, you know it's only temporary, because you're going to get that stock right back up again. Or you're going to get the thing that is slowing down back again. How you're going to be moving emotionally and energetically this week. Masculine, feminine, soulmate. Masculine, you're becoming the anchor in how you communicate. You're seeing that you have always been your anchor, masculine Gemini. But now you're becoming your own anchor. You're seeing that being your own anchor is helping you to see how grounded you are all along. How it's in your DNA, it's in your chromosome. It is in every cell of who you are. Your communication is your anchor, masculine Gemini. And you're seeing that brilliant new ideas and inspirations come from your imagination, comes from how you communicate. How you communicate is not, when people say it's airy, sometimes what we really want to say is to you is that your information is so expansive that we're trying to keep up with you. Your information and your ideas is so cultivated, it's so grounded, we're trying to figure out, how did you learn that? And then when we do ask you how you learned it, masculine Gemini, you're so adamant and so anchored in your answer. And when we even research what you say, you're like, oh my God, you're right. Now we understand why you are Gemini, why that is one of your signs that you are anchored by. And you're seeing the truth in any situation that challenges you, or any situation at all that presents itself to you. You'll know how to handle those challenges, because you're an air. You're adaptable. And you're seeing a challenging beginning as a conquest to begin. Female Gemini, now that you know that people are always going to be at your aid to rescue you, always going to be there to defend you, always going to be there to protect you, because they know who you are. Your actions, you will know that you are a king of your domain. You are the king of your castle. You are the king of your environment. Miss Gemini. You're seen as being very generous. You're very professional, responsible always. And what people did not know about you, and that you're revealing to yourself through your actions, is that you actually are very practical. A lot of people just think that air signs are just air. No, in order to be air, you have to be grounded. You have to be assertive. You have to know in the ground which you stand on, so you can fly. Right? All right. Just like your masculine, he got the wings, and so do you. Interesting. A successful time is approaching you, Miss Gemini. Be confident in accepting opportunities you are offered. Like a king, you hold the Midas touch. You have in your past life, and you will in your present. And know that in your present, people will be there to protect you, to hold things down for you. Recognize that you are a king. Yes, you are feminine, but you are a king. Just like a chromosome. A female chromosome, we all females until we get that split to see if we stay a female or turn into a masculine, a male. So, recognize. Soulmate. You're becoming the tin of water. Yes, you experienced what it felt to have food and what it felt to have hunger. You felt what it meant to have and what to not have. To be the have and the have-nots. You experienced that in your past life. So that in your present, when you see those elements emerging, you know how to handle it. You're using your intuition, and you're in the 10th house. You are the Capricorn. You're becoming the boss. Like your masculine, becoming their anchor in how they communicate and seeing that the communication has always been anchored. You're understanding, like your female counterpart, that they are and have always been the king of their domain. And you're seeing, soulmate, that to be a king, you are now stepping into the role of the boss. You're in the 10th house of Capricorn. You had 10 months, 10 years to experience these things. And it has made you stronger. It has made you sharper emotionally. It showed you how to balance your emotions. It showed you how to use your intuitions to get out of time of hunger. It has showed you how to maintain food. It showed you how to maintain nourishment for yourself and outside of yourself. And now you're stepping into that boss role. You're seeing that you have been practiced. You have been in those stages, in those arenas to make you the boss of your life. So, a content and rewarding family life is approaching you. Your emotions and your material needs will be met. And you're seeing that trustworthy relationships are around you. And you're using your emotions and your intuitions to guide you on those actions. Till we meet again, Mr. and Miss Gemini. Till we meet again, soulmate. Trinity, you are moving forward in your actions and knowing that you hold the key to your paradise. You hold the key to your doorway. And you're approaching it with zeal and zest and admiration. I love you. I love you. I love you. We will see you on the other side.